I think there's multiple ways that God can ask you to do things. He doesn't always make things cut and dry. There's been times where he'll ask me to do something, go talk to someone, or do something, and he's just asking me to do it on my own, and I go and talk to the person, and without any help along the way, sometimes it just works out. I mean, sometimes, like if I go and I talk to someone, he even talks through me without any effort from me. But there are a lot of situations where he asked me to do something, I struggled with it, and said, alright God, I'll do this. The first example that comes to mind was I wanted to go to Brazil on a missions trip, and instead of asking for prayer and financial help and the extra prep that goes along with it, it didn't turn out. I didn't end up going. So it can go either way, I think.
Well, a few years ago, 2 years actually, a while ago, when I was about 14 years old, I felt like God was really calling me to go to Armenia on a missions trip with my friends and people from my ministry group, which was sold out. And like I really, that time, like I was very trusting, and like raising $2,000 was a big deal. And I'm not really one to always like ask for money, like send out letters. I sent out letters asking for donations, but I really wanted to work, and like I don't even know how it happened, but like one day they were reading off who had what, and like I had over $2,000 because people were donating to me, and like I did work for people. So it was really cool, and like it ended up being an awesome trip. But I think without like trusting in him, like $2,000 is a lot to earn for like a 14-year-old girl and stuff.
Generally, good example, we have our men's breakfast on Sunday morning at the church, and I just felt like we needed a men's fellowship. I can't say we had one going on. We did have some stuff going on, but me liking breakfast, I kind of wrapped my breakfast time with some fellowship time, and it worked out well. After a couple years of having breakfast and kind of doing it alone, on and off with a couple different people, eventually we started getting other people, and now I find that I go there more to glean from the insight that other guys have, and get some fellowship time in, as well as share. And that's just a good example of how things may start off by myself, but eventually work with other people.
I think I have a bad tendency of trying to depend on myself until I hit a wall, and then I'm reminded that I should be depending on God the whole time. So it's easier in the sense of results to depend on God, but it's easier to depend on myself because I don't have to stop and wait for the next direction. So I think the easier with the good results, and the easier with the, how can I say it, with success is going to be listening to God and hearing God and involving Him. And even though I may feel I can do it, He has an advantage point that I don't have. He sees things, He sees the future, He knows, and so I think it's better, it's wiser to wait on the Lord